Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Interneting out to the world from Washington, D.C., Southwest Florida, and great cities like Polbridge, Montana, Evanston, Illinois, Izmir, Turkey, Ashdod, Israel, Rosario, Santa Fe, Argentina, and Fried's in London. So he sent us a little greeting from where I think they're still dealing with 105 or something like that. Mm-hmm. Insane. The whole world is melting as we speak. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. We're glad to have you here on a fabulous Thursday episode. I have been writing down in my show prep all week long that I wanted to tell the guys an insult that Carla had for me. If I don't do it at the front of the show, I'm going to forget it. This was from Miami last weekend when we went over to Miami to lose some money. And when we went over there, I think Carla was driving, and I was backseat driving a little bit, especially when we got to Miami. And the line for Carla was, please don't turn into a scared old man.
My Lord.
That's nice.
Which is not to be confused with my son Michael's line to me, which is, Dad, did they have chalkboards when you went to school? And a line that by the way, he reconstructed the joke on KCJJ this morning with Steve Bridges and Captain Jim on the Captain Jim Hunter and Commander the Steve and Captain the Captain Tommy, Steve, and Jim show.
That's it. They're all captains
on KCJJ. And I was privileged to be on that show this morning, right after my son had participated in the drive, chip, and putt competition, the local qualifier down here in Southwest Florida, and he rewrote the joke. And this is on the heels of a disappointing performance, middle of the pack again in drive, chip, and putt. So the fact that he was able to gather himself out of his disappointment and come up with his joke, which was better when he talked to Steve Bridges when he said, Steve, did they have chalkboard? Did you write on chalkboards were you a kid, or did you just use sticks and try to write on stones? And
which is not only an age joke, but really an intelligence joke.
He retooled it, which brought me great joy on the heels of a tough morning. Great that he participates. But, when you come right down to it, it's 9 shots. And if you're not on every element of them, you can catch up. You can have a great drive.
Is it 3 drives, 3 chips, 3 putts?
3 drives, then 3 chips, and then 3 putts.
Okay.
And the putts are all single shots from different distances. So you get 1 shot at each putt. You get 3 chips and they do the aggregate score of the 3 chips. And then the 3 drives. And the chipping was a problem right from the morning, the get-go. That's been the challenge. I told him that's a challenge for every golfer. That's the hardest thing to do.
Well, don't give an excuse.
And, what's that?
Don't give him excuses. He needs to.
Were you there? Were you there?
Mike, sprinkles are
for
winners.
Were you there? I did the best I could. Coaching. I truly did. So he comes up, and it's first thing this morning. And so, and by the way, when you told me that it was, I was on with Captain Steve and Jim Hunter at 9. Of course, I went naturally because and then Steve said something about I had the wrong time. Did that mean I was supposed to call them at 8 a.m.?
No,
or 10 a.m.
It
was 9 Eastern.
He
correct?
was busting balls. That's right.
Okay. All right. Good. But I had a great chat with those guys. So we walk up to the drive, and my son can hit a decent drive. Mm-hmm. He can pipe it. And we walk up, and he's in the 7 to 9 year old category. And there's one kid in front of him before he goes, and this kid is piping it. And he looks exactly like his smarmy dad, who's up there with this self-satisfied smirk on his face.
So piping it means it's an excellent shot.
hitting
Not
it-
that he's
he's hitting it
smoking
long.
weed.
He's smoking
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
he's
okay.
he's hitting it really far.
Yeah.
So that's okay. I mean, my kid, I know immediately my kid's not going to do that. So it's a question of having all the skills. And my son hits 3 drives right in the fairway, and not as long as the other kid, but they were fine. Like certainly enough to keep him in the competition.
hunt,
and then
yeah.
and then the chipping, unfortunately, it was take the club back, look up, take the club back, look up, take the club back, look up, and skull, skull, skull. That's it. And I looked over at my wife, and not letting Michael see me, but I looked over at Carl and I went, that's it.
Yeah.
Which it was. And because that's.
You didn't throw a chair or anything like Bobby
I was
Knight.
pissed.
Yeah.
I
I
was
would be
just
too.
pissed.
I would be too.
I was pissed. There's
you just
a
got
lot
all
of
those new
time.
clubs.
A lot.
Like, come
yes.
on, like you're
Thank you.
investing.
I was
Like,
pissed.
what's going on?
Yeah.
But you can't be, you got to gather yourself and you have to regroup because it's ultimately an exhibition. There is luck involved, but there's luck involved in all of
You
sport.
got to practice.
Oscar, it's 9 shots. You got to
be
practice.
serious. You got to be
You
serious
got to
about
serious.
the sport.
Got to stay away from the video games a little bit.
Tiger's father,
Earl.
I remember Earl. Used to,
Earl.
Like, even when he was walking out onto Johnny Carson.
By the way, can I just say one thing
Yes,
here? I'm
yeah.
really glad you're going to tell a Tiger story now. I'm really, really glad you're going to tell a fucking Tiger Woods. His father stapled his testicles to the golf cart seat.
No,
I'm
no,
really
I
happy to
didn't-
hear
I didn't
the
say-
tough Earl Woods, tough love. Go ahead, tell your Tiger story right now because I'm right on the edge right now.
He really
I am
does.
right on the edge.
He does choose his moments.
if
doesn't
I
he?
have this
He's
correct,
a scab picker, and he's in full scab pick mode. Go ahead. I've said my piece.
I could
Now
be
tell
wrong.
your Tiger
Okay.
Woods.
you all are the Tonight Show historians.
Right.
But I remember in one of the documentaries.
It was the Mike Douglas show
Thank you, Mike Douglas. Thank you.
with
Thank
Bob
you.
Hope
Thank you, with Bob Hope.
when he was 3 years old.
Yes.
Or maybe even 2 years old.
Tiger was on
going
camera.
good so well so far for Oscar.
Tiger was on camera.
Right?
Yes.
I think their headlining guest that night was James Caan. And
no, the headliner was Bob Hope.
He's making a
It's
joke
back
because
in
he
the day.
screwed up.
I'm
with
throwing,
Yes,
James
I
I'm
know.
throwing back. I'm throwing back.
I understand.
From
He
Rowan
wi-
and Martin's laughing. Here's James
Yes.
Caan.
He whispers into Tiger's ear, "Don't fuck up,"
He doesn't.
and then he goes and performs.
He didn't say that.
That's not what he would
He
do.
didn't say that.
That's the adversity you need, inside and outside, internal and external, to really build that that crust that nobody can break through. So when you have nerves of steel, you know what it's like.
Let me make one point to you.
Oh, dear.
Now, they love to get this as my screensaver. This is my one point to you.
That's not his pointer finger. No. No.
He's a kid, Mike. Let it go.
I know he's a kid. I know. And it was over, and it was over. But the fact that he gathered himself,
Yes.
because I'm doing a radio interview in 5 minutes after that, and I was just, it's one day, it's one thing, and you're disappointed because you think, you see those kids on TV.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and by the way, so then when I took him to golf camp, dropped him off, everything was fine. I said, I love you, and you know what? It doesn't matter.
Did you just
Because
slow down the car and push him out?
No, I showed him lots of
Good.
Yeah,
LUV,
Good.
and then he went to get back right on the horse. Go right there and do it. And it's the way I really truly feel about it. It's over. I have been kind of living vicariously through him today, and feeling kind of like I would if I lost a tournament. So
Does
but it's
he
okay.
feel the loss?
I don't know. I
should
I
ask
dropped
him.
him off right after that,
Yeah.
but he's cool. Does he feel the loss?
Just say,
he
hey,
was in tears.
hey,
he was
I
really
love
upset. Yeah,
And
we said that to him. We
Yeah,
said that to
lose
him a lot.
like feeling and knowing that you're not always going to win is
he's
important.
going to do something to her.
I'm
You
excited
know
to
that,
see
right?
that
It's
happen.
I'm just waiting.
No, just say,
What are you going to say?
you just say,
What's
I've
this?
lost in the past. It's about how you get back up. But
My career is a series of that.
well, I'm not saying that, but
Of
feeling
losses. The fact that I'm doing this in my room and not on a major radio network is a
series of
a
losses?
statement of itself.
Yeah.
Anybody, by the way, and the solace that I take in that is listen to any radio market in the country
Yeah.
and see if you hear something like this.
No,
You're not
no,
going
no,
to.
no.
What about
Okay.
on Mike? What about on 106.9 The Eagle?
They got a guy. I got to tell this. I got to
Okay.
quick sidebar.
Yes.
As Oscar would say. So there's this dude, right-wing talker, endorsed by the local sheriff. And I think he look him up Pony, look him up right now. His name is Big Mama, and he's a radio guy down here, okay?
But he has the endorsement of the sheriff?
He's got this, and so you immediately know this guy's Attila the Hun,
of
right?
course,
It's just like,
yeah.
And I think if we took those immigrants, he's like an Alex Jones kind of guy. And so
I think that Big Mama speaks a lot of sense.
Oh, God.
and I'm watching the local news, right? So he's running, I think, for the school board. And there's one journalist. I gotta write down names.
Big Mama's running?
Yeah, he's running for the school board. And there's a journalist down here on the local news, and he's like a younger Pat Collins type, but he's investigative, and he's old school.
Oh, good.
And he gets this guy like you would not believe. This dude was court-martialed and then was charged with credit card fraud.
Man.
Big Mama was?
And so you see him being interviewed, and it's just like it's on the national level, right? It's almost like 60 Minutes. And, he's saying something like that. Well, if you know, we have a judicial system, and those charges were not, those charges were dropped. And I stand by that and my God and my Christian values and all. And it's a beautiful thing. And it reminded me of the people that are on the radio now that are like, and I really think that if Joe Biden wasn't
Is Big Mama his given name or is it a DJ name?
Pony, have you found anything about him?
Yes.
Okay, please share.
Big Mama and the Wild Bunch.
Can you turn your microphone up a little bit?
Sure.
Yeah,
how's
you have
that?
that crazy voice. That
yes, that wonderful voice.
Yes,
What's it called?
is-
What's the show called?
Oh, it's so awful. It's Big Mama and the Wild Bunch.
There you go.
Good.
And it's Jason Big Mama Jones. He looks like a bearded Peter Smirkanish.
That's
Michael
a good look.
Smirkanish. Michael, but that's okay.
my bad.
That's all right.
His brother, Peter Smirkanish.
Yeah.
So this journalist just is I think he's been in here for a long, long time, and he knows what he does, and he gets it. And it's like, well, there are no other problems, but there were other problems, and they go
they
right
did
to
a great transition on the
the
piece.
rap sheet. It was hysterical, and I'm like, Big Mama, and it's interesting that the sheriff would endorse a candidate that he couldn't hire. And I'm watching this stuff and going, it won't matter. It won't matter down here.
No.
Will not
Big
matter.
Mama's
In
a
fact,
winner.
his poll numbers will go up. He'll be on the school board.
You
He
know
will,
for a fact
or
that he'll
wherever.
get a vote from everyone in the Wild Bunch.
That's it. So, anywho, it was tough this morning.
Yeah.
It was really.
I'm
You can-
sorry,
you
that's
can
tough
talk-
to go through.
No,
talk
I
to
just
us.
have to fight
Just
against
tell us.
the only person that gets that. The only person that gets the
raw.
disappointed me is Mrs. O'Mara, who's just like, I'm like, maybe less video games, maybe less. Video
How does she
games.
handle it?
She directs her anger at me, telling
Okay.
me not to be an a-hole.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't let him see your face. That type of
It's-
thing.
it's- You don't want to feel like a loser? Win. Like that's the type of advice.
That's another good thing.
Maybe
you
I
can
should
say.
set up a call with T.O. Oscar
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
that would
yeah.
be an
That'll
idea.
be great.
Put in the reps. Put in the time.
Maybe I'll just, late at night, maybe you're, right when you're in your prime, about 10 o'clock at night, and I'll go, Michael, asshole's on the phone.
10 o'clock when he starts putting together a bookshelf.
No, but here's the real truth about Oscar and I. Oscar and me. Oscar and I kind of have a similar philosophy on stuff like this.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I do too. I'm not, as much as you might call me, hey, Snowflake, hey, Johnny Liberal, I'm not an everybody gets a trophy kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a guy that, thinks that you don't go into living vicariously through your kid land to the extent where it turns you into a maniac. But at the same time, you want them to have that satisfaction and do whatever they can to do it. And there's a lot to go around on that. So we'll
Is
see
that
about
why
next
that
year.
you've
I
never-
want him to love the game because
Yeah,
I don't think
you don't wanna ruin it
I'm not
for him.
raising my kids to be a professional.
You don't want to ruin it for him.
Is
either.
that why
No.
Oscar and I have never gotten a trophy from you?
Or many attaboys
Yes,
over the years.
yes.
Right?
That's
Of course,
true.
our business is not an attaboy business.
No,
No, certainly
not the way it
not.
works.
It's a survival.
But it was an
Almost
interesting
lost a couple
morning.
months ago.
This guy.
And then I do what I do best, and I come home after I have dropped off my son, and we had a very loving moment in the car, And I think by the time he hopped out of the car and went to see his buddies, I think he was well on his way to shaking it off.
Yeah.
And, left me in the car alone to stew all the way back
Next
home.
play.
And I did what I do. I ate my emotions. And just about the time I sit down to eat my emotions, I see a motivating factor to, hey, log your food and pay attention to what you're putting in your mouth, because look what's on that screen. It is a brand new profile picture of Rob Spiewak that is the finest photograph the man has ever.
I agree.
I'm talking 30 years, it seems like.
We've
been together 30 years.
Yeah, Charlie Burney popped in as we were like plugging in the equipment yesterday, right before the show. He said, "Let me get a shot." And Charlie Burney took that picture, and I looked at it this morning on Twitter, and I said, wow.
Doesn't look anything like you.
It doesn't look like me.
You're attractive.
Yeah, it actually. Well, I don't know
for
about
30
that.
years. For 30 years,
I was like,
this has been your posed photograph.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
That stupid mouth
You're like the funny fat guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you're
just
the fat
but the
guy, it's
mouth
what you gotta
always
do.
open for no reason. And this one, look at him.
I mean, look at you.
Yeah,
Look at him.
I got extraordinarily
Full
lucky.
of
with the
life.
Yeah.
But
Good
the
teeth.
mouth not hanging open
Yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah.
The almost
it's
open.
It's a lighter chin.
It's a little open,
Well,
but I
I'm
mean, it's not
smiling.
open like
Yeah,
it.
it's-
You're
yeah.
smiling.
It's my smile.
You're smiling
Yeah.
like you're. That is not your smile. Your smile is like.
No, that's
your smile.
mugging. That's
Yes,
mugging.
yes.
Well, you always mug.
Less
But, yeah,
muggy.
but I'm saying it's a smile, not mugging. Yeah.
So I
look
modified my caloric intake based on. I said, you don't want to do that.
Yeah,
Look at your boy Rob.
gotta
Look
lie-
at your
you
boy
gotta
Rob.
lie.
What
So-
you need to do is look forward to 2:00 every day, because that's carrot time.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah.
Very, very exciting. No, what I did do, though, I logged the calories, but I still ingested the calories from Carla's favorite teriyaki Asian chicken
that sounds
and rice.
amazing.
And
Yeah.
I can eat them. It's a
So
balance
hungry.
of some carbs and protein,
Right.
but it's that white rice.
2 of them.
And whatever the sauce.
You got to eat 2 of them.
And I'm meeting with, Dr. Death, my
Yeah.
trainer, at 1:00 in the afternoon. And I was a whining, absolute gelatinous piece of garbage during my training today. I was useless. First of all,
You
now,
shouldn't have a Chinese dinner before
No.
a workout. No.
so we're
Buffet to
training
get
now,
buff.
not at his
Not
place.
He's getting buffet is what he's getting.
We're not at his place anymore.
Oh, where are you?
Because he's branching out and doing different stuff. Stopped his food business, and now he's going on the road to do different training. So he comes now to I haven't named this community, have I?
No,
I had
no.
Cocoonville, and I have Happy Valley, where I play golf.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be too cruel, because what popped into my head for some reason was Casket Acres. But I don't want to
No,
say
don't do
that.
that.
Because that wouldn't. I couldn't make a joke about that. Boy, I'm going to have to really think about it, unless you guys come up with something
Medicaid
about where I
acres?
live. No, because
No.
because there
It's not all-
are
it's not all-
families that
yeah.
are
Yeah.
here. Oh boy,
I just know you have an issue with the cul-de-sac.
ticky tacky estates,
Okay, I like that. I like that.
because they all lived in little ticky tackies,
Ticky-tacky,
and they all
yeah,
look
yeah.
the same. Ticky
Yes.
tacky estates.
Yes.
So he comes
Does
to ticky tacky estates.
Ticky-tacky acres, is that easier to say?
No, I
I
don't
like
like
es-
ticky
I like
tacky
estates.
acres.
Okay,
I like estates.
okay.
Ticky tacky estates. And so he comes now to the place. And the other day we had the place at 1:00 in the afternoon to ourselves. Everybody in the community, the retirees usually wrapping up their thing. And yes,
They have like a little
they're having
rec
the big
center?
sleep, Rob. What's that?
Is it a rec center?
It's a community center. They got a place where they got a
Little
pool in
gym.
back of
Okay,
it.
cool, cool.
They've got a little area where you can, and they've got a workout room.
They have a
Good.
pool and a pond. The pond would be good for you.
Hello, this is Pablo. I can't come to the phone right now because I'm at the bottom of the pool.
Oscar, that's from Pablo Cruz.
So he's coming in, and there are a few things at play here. I don't know exactly the rules, but I'm probably fine with bringing someone in
Right.
who is a trainer. I don't think it matters, but I don't know
You're
for
not
sure.
going to another gym.
I'm not going to another gym because they have their own people to do it. It's very
You
proprietary.
have to check the
proprietary.
ticky-tacky guidelines.
But I
Bylaws.
haven't. I haven't looked at them because I don't really care.
Right.
I don't
He pays
because
his
I don't think
dues.
it's that big a deal.
F it.
So, first time there was a young lady in there, and she was on a piece of aerobic equipment, and she was there 5 minutes, and she left. We had the place to ourselves. I walk in, and as I walk in today, getting ready, and I'm dragging, I'm about 10 minutes early, and as I walk in, there are two women in there. There is a lady that's on a piece of exercise equipment, and there's a lady with her back to me. And the lady with her back to me is my neighbor from across the street, directly across the street.
Whom you have had trouble with in the past. Yes.
Massive.
Yeah.
I mean, I go, if you said there's going to be one person in that gym when you go in there today that you don't want to be in there, that person.
Would you rather see her or Sam Rogers in the gym?
Oh,
Sam.
Sam now.
Yeah,
Oh, no. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow. Time has
Sam.
passed.
I'd rather see Sam back out at the pool where I could push him in. That would be fun. So I see her, and I'm 10 minutes. I got like 7 minutes before Tim's getting there. Okay. So I've got to hop on a little piece of equipment, and so I am just I do a little bit of the stationary bike, the seated stationary bike, and I do a little of the elliptical. And meanwhile, all I hear in the background is, and I'm just like, what I think, and I was just, I am, my mind is racing to such a degree where I'm saying to myself, what I want to do, what I really want, if we didn't have any rules, if there were no societal norms, if you were able to share anything you wanted, I would turn around and say, well, it's interesting you have those opinions because you certainly don't have opinions about being a good neighbor.
Wow.
But I didn't. But all this is
Good
going
for
through
you.
my head. Well, I'm not going to do that. I mean, I know.
You got to work out.
I know the rules.
Can you use it as fuel?
You mean to work out?
Yeah.
Not really. No, because the MSG that was coursing through my veins put the kibosh on any fuel that I had anyway, and that's why I ended up being, my legs aren't working. My legs aren't. You should have seen me do. I do supported lunges, all right? Which means I do a lunge, but I have to be holding on to something, all right? It's a what we call, they're called wussy lunges. They're wussy lunges. That's what they are.
But usually done within some sort of rehab.
Yeah. I mean, well, I have a couple of little railings that I use, and this time I'm using
following
one piece
a bypass surgery.
It's or knee replacement.
Yes.
Or, look at my hair. Brand new hair. God damn it. I don't have any stuff either. Anywho,
It was a four-way bypass, Oscar, and I got a stent. Now let me see those rails.
she leaves. I think right before my guy got there.
So you didn't actually get to see her work out. Do you think she worked out?
I have no idea. I just wanted her to leave.
Okay.
Because this is, and by the way, if there is any proprietary rule about any of that, I guarantee you that'll be in my email box within 24 hours.
Sure.
So if there's anything going on with that, and I could care less.
I think you're clear.
Because, I think it'll be fine. I don't think it's that big a deal here at Tiki Taki Estates. I think everything's going to be fine. But that's the one person who, across the street and was unpleasant
Every
for
neighborhood has
no
one.
reason.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they have them like this. This is a lady who we're certainly the least of the biggest problem she has with people.
Your arch nemesis.
She is a nemesis.
No, because an arch nemesis would be somebody I engage with. I just don't want to be near her.
Yeah.
And it's just like for example, on Tuesday we have Michael's happy birthday out on the front lawn, and she's out there. And I walked out, and where I travel in my mind is, I wonder if there's an ordinance for this, because she would make it it difficult. But there's not.
She's like Bunny in the building and Only Murders in Our Building.
Got it.
Got to enforce everything.
Always a problem.
Yes.
Rules.
It was very, very. I don't know who that is, but she is very, very. So after that, it was the MSG because I was eating my emotions, and then Tim says, "Here, try this." And what did I do? At one point, I got down deep for one of my lunges, and I was just like, and had a little trouble getting back up. It was embarrassing. So
at least you're still going, and Rob is inspiring you. You don't want to.
Well, I mean, the picture.
That's sad.
The picture's great, and by the way, I mean, regarding the weight loss, and I think I speak for concerned individuals all over. You've lost. Have you lost the weight too fast? That's the question I would have for you. Do any of your doctors express any concern over your weight loss?
The first 50 pounds was extraordinarily rapid because it was largely fluid from what my previous dazzling lifestyle. But the next
it was mostly butterscotch, wasn't it?
A lot of it was. I had to do Mike, it's an old British tradition called a butterscotch letting. Where you actually open up a vein and
but they don't use the leeches anymore. They use some medical equipment.
No, they use actually a fat guy from the second floor. They come
That's gross. But they're not concerned about that.
Because the more recent, the last 40 or so pounds have been 2 pounds a week or so. It's been right on schedule.
Yeah. So the next thing for you, obviously, with this week and the news you have, which wasn't that big a deal, is to find out. Phase 2.
Yeah, let's build
we all
some
live
muscle.
and die with you on this, and we want to make sure you're okay. But that picture was just,
thank you.
I mean,
you know what motivates me?
It's amazing. What's that?
We're going to get on that stage and soon to be announced.
Oh, Oscar might be tipping his hand.
Teasing.
Oscar might be tipping his
hand. Can you
hand.
imagine if we walk out there, right,
Ladies
on that
and
stage?
gentlemen.
Oh, dear.
And you're in between us, and he's the hot chick.
I think what Oscar's talking about is stay tuned. Is it okay if I say Monday?
No, it's too soon. Too soon.
Too soon.
I just don't want you to be.
Next week?
Can't guarantee.
But soon.
Soon.
Jesus.
You don't want to be you don't want to be the fat guy on stage.
No, I'm talking about announcing the thing we're doing.
Yeah, I'm talking about looking good on stage.
I'm talking about announcing the thing. I can't even say we'll have an announcement next
No,
week.
because if I say that, you're going to take it. You're going to take it, and then you're going to hold me to it. And if some legal issues come up, can't handle it.
All right. I'm with you.
I've
worked with you long enough.
But
I
an
know how to handle
announcement
that.
is coming.
As soon as we know, we're going to get it out to you real quick. But we're working.
Can we next week make an announcement about the announcement?
I like that.
No.
Okay.
No, you can't make an announcement now. We'll have information. Yeah. We are working behind the scenes, and I have no problem telling anybody.
Contracts.
We are working behind the scenes trying to put together a live show. Yes. So the work is happening, and we will let you know as soon as we know.
Yes.
Because this is not anything that's strange for us. This is normal with the people we're dealing with because we've dealt with them before. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they are thorough, but they're also wonderful
and
to deal
Nashville
with.
is hot these days.
That's where they are now.
No, you see.
It's not where we're thinking about. Now everybody's going to, you know what? I'm not even going to
I don't want to get into it.
Because you're playing a game, and I'm not going to do what Rob did to me yesterday.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mike.
Who knows?
I'm sorry.
We can't announce where it's going to be.
Rob might not even make it to the
I'm just going to say, Mike, go Big Red Machine.
Amen. 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 So it was an interesting, exhausting whirlwind, and then, absolute delight to visit with Captain Steve, who is a funny guy. We got talking a little politics today and how the world is and all that.
Yeah.
And, he is just, and I said this and I mean this. When we talk about the radio station that we are still pleased to be on, KCJJ, the mighty 1630 KCJJ AM and on Iowa City, Iowa, we are that show out there, and not our show. I'm talking about the morning show it is a throwback to the great mom and pop morning shows where everything but the kitchen sink every morning. You never knew what you were going to get. You had a little music. You have a little news. You have a little analysis.
Did he tell you who you bumped?
On the show?
Yeah.
No, he did not.
When I spoke to him yesterday, he said, so that's 9 o'clock your time, 8 o'clock. We got to bump the library lady. So that's just one of the guests he'll have.
One of the quirks.
Yeah, one of the quirky guests, the library lady. Yeah.
The thing about that radio station is that they are and have been for so long so very successful on the AM band, which is not a common thing.
No, not
anymore. To be like that. And he is just an absolute blast. And I was talking to him about what radio is now. Most markets I listen to, especially down here, where Bob doesn't think that it's a great idea to do really one of the worst abominations that's ever happened to radio. Just horrible. I'd rather play Pandora than listen. Here's what Bob's doing.
Sad.
Blah. Yeah. It's such a drag. And if you look in our business now online and you see these veterans of radio that are trying to get voice tracking jobs everywhere, and it's just it was just a different world back in the day. You could have a great career in a single market and retire and rule
life.
It is a true full-service radio station. He keeps it local, and the man is like, what, 88, 89 years old now?
Yeah,
and
it's fantastic.
He still
Looks
gets
great.
excited.
Sounds great.
To like cover a thunderstorm. He wants, I mean, that's what the way he is. He loves to come in and like, if there's
You're really
weather,
selling him, let me tell you that much.
But he's the best. He truly is.
I get up at 5 a.m. this morning.
Yeah.
5 a.m. Our time, and I think KCJJ signs on at 6 a.m.
Yes.
Right.
Our time, Eastern time.
Yeah.
And I'm watching their live stream on YouTube, and it's he's playing CNN, he's playing this, he's playing that. He's got all this stuff before they start their real deal, and I'm watching him. It's just watching him, and there he is in his little fiefdom.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there, and he's a little guy.
He's mashing the buttons.
Yep.
And he's mashing them, but he's eating his breakfast sandwich, and it's just
Diet Coke.
and his Diet Coke,
Yeah.
and just having a ball, and he loves it. That's what he does. He said, what else would I do? What else would I do? Really fun talking to those guys.
He is the greatest.
And as he said to me, and I mean it, I'll do it again. The next time he said, you don't have to go through all prearranging with Rob and all that. You can actually just call anytime you want. And I know he means it. And
He does.
So,
But Mike needs a handler.
Well, no, I mean, it's not like he gave him a hotline number. He just said, call the request line at 9. I'll look for him.
Yeah, and he picks it up.
Yeah,
Hey,
he does. How you doing?
Is this 9 o'clock your time or our time? How you doing, Jim? I mean, Steve. But it was
Jim.
just a myriad of emotions and working out, and your boy is tired.
Yeah, I bet.
After a very, very long day, there'll be a little something. You're not allowed to drink it anymore in my future, so that's all there is to it. That's all I got. It's time to move on, and it's time to start this broadcast. We'll do that with the news when we come back, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're enjoying the Mike O'Mara Show, a public service for over 50 years for you, the radio listener.
And Mike counting down the moments to his Aperol Spritzer.
Hey, were you in the liquor cabinet? You know what? No, I can't show it to you.
You can.
I don't know. We'll be right back. We lost James Caan.
Known for The Godfather. Then he had a TV series, Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In.
Mike, he had this series
just
called Rowan and
reading.
Martin's Laugh-In.
Bada bing, you blow their brains all over your nice Ivy League suit.
You bet your sweet Bippy I would.
You just do what I tell you to do.
Suck it to me.
Your criteria are so far up your ass they can't see daylight. This is bull.
Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge.
Eat it to yourself, you sick twisted.
And now, folks, it's Suck It To Me time.
I am the last guy in the world you want to f with.
You don't have to move to beautiful downtown Burbank if you want to be laughing. Just get a subscription to the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show.
Click the banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com and subscribe today.
Look that up in your funkin' wagnalls.
Very interesting.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Life is full of twists and turns, and it's always important to show up for yourself. BetterHelp Online Therapy will assess your needs, and they can match you with your own licensed professional therapist in less than 48 hours. BetterHelp is professional therapy done securely online, available worldwide. You can log into your account anytime. You can send a message to your therapist. You can also schedule weekly video or phone sessions, so you don't have to be on camera if you don't want to. With therapy, it can take a few tries to find the right fit for you. I know this personally. BetterHelp makes it easy and free to change therapists if needed. It's more affordable than traditional offline therapy, and financial aid is available. BetterHelp is a great way to invest in yourself. Now more than ever, I believe in therapy, and BetterHelp is always there for you. Best of all, they are accessible when you need them. And they have a special offer for our listeners. Get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/TMOS. That's 10% off your first month of online therapy at BetterHelp.com/TMOS. And welcome to BetterHelp. We're delighted to have you as a sponsor of the Mike O'Mara Show.
From the four corners of the World Wide Web and into your digital device, it's what you need to know. This is the homepage.
This is the homepage, and we start with little TV news. If you want an A-list actor in your TV series, well, get ready to pay up. Here is a list of actors who get paid, Mr. Powers, $1 million per episode. Let's start. Great bookends from 10 to 1 here.
$1 million.
There it is. Jason Sudeikis gets it for Ted Lasso.
He's worth it.
Oh, he's worth every nickel. Sylvester Stallone, Tulsa King. I don't think I've ever watched that.
It's about the King of Tulsa.
Has it been released yet?
I don't think it has been.
I don't know.
He's a movie star.
Are you royalty, sir?
Tulsa King. Paul Rudd on The Shrink Next Door. That's over now, though, right?
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore. Unless are they running another season of it?
They can't. It ended. I mean,
Yeah,
they told the whole story.
It was a little off-putting.
Well, Will Ferrell got it, too, on The Shrink Next Door. It's terrible.
I'm not a Will Ferrell guy, but he was pretty good in that.
I didn't like the show. I didn't like The Shrink Next Door. Helen Mirren, they're doing the 1923. That is the prequel to Yellowstone, right? Isn't that what it is?
I believe
they're doing
so,
that
yeah.
one?
Mm-hmm.
And Harrison Ford also in 1923.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton got it for Dope Sick, deserves every penny. I loved him on that show. Elizabeth Moss on The Shining Girls, $1.1 million. Wow. Marshala Ali on the pilot, $1.3 million. And rounding it out on Yellowstone, Kevin Costner gets $1.3 million for his participation.
Underpaid.
In that show. Underpaid. Yes.
Yeah.
Grossly undercompensated.
Yeah, you can't run a ranch and act.
That's right.
A lot of work.
And ride horses.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Meanwhile, Casey gets $18 an hour.
Miles Teller, I'm becoming a Turbo fan. Really, it's great to see a movie star coming into his own. His wife might have been the only one not to like the trend her husband started with his Top Gun Maverick mustache.
Okay.
He said she made him shave it off immediately after filming. After the movie came out, his stash became pretty popular, especially on TikTok.
Oh, internet.
Bitcoin. Guys would
Oscar
post
just
videos.
watching.
Yes.
Guys would post videos of themselves copying the look. A facial hair expert even weighed in on how to replicate the look. What do you mean how to replicate?
A mustache?
You grow
Show
a
it.
freaking mustache, for God's sake. If you're one of those dudes, Miles totally supports you. He says, quote, I'm a big fan of it. If it makes him more confident, then more power to him. But we'll see. Maybe it'll be a good summer trend and then die out. So, I like this mustache. I like Miles
Do you see
Teller.
a lot
I
of
really
mustaches around you?
do. No, not down here.
Rob?
No, not really. There was a great line in Only Murders in the Building where they went to a party and there was a guy with a steampunk-styled mustache way overdone. And they said, oh, nice to see you. Did you arrive here by balloon?
Good line. Good line is a good line. That really is. Okay, Alicia Silverstone in the guise of who's the Goop lady? Who's the lady that did Goop?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Similar kind of controversies, being the Earth hippie.
Yeah.
Alicia Silverstone has some unique ideas on parenting. Some might even say they're a little out there. Judge not, lest ye be judged.
That's
my
right,
motto.
Mike.
The latest is she, and now I've got a recently turned 9-year-old here. She and her 11-year-old son, Bear, still sleep together.
Did he used to work at WJFK, her son?
Hey, baby. Hey.
Always got me an XLR.
And a good TV show
Really nice.
that I watched on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Did you watch Bear? Did you watch The Bear on Netflix
Is
about
it
the chef?
Oh, that's
the
the
guy
one
from
with lip.
Shameless.
It's got
No,
lip
I
in
have
it.
not
Yeah.
seen it yet.
I watched
It's got lip.
Shannon.
the first half of the first episode, and it's
You like it?
really quite a lot to watch. It's really shot.
Yeah.
What's the
interesting.
premise?
It's intense.
He's a Chicago chef.
Like a famous Chicago chef comes back to take over the family restaurant after his brother kills himself.
Oh.
That's the premise of the whole show.
I'm in.
And I think it's a limited series.
I think
I'm pretty
so, too,
sure.
yeah.
Cooking
Because the ending
food,
was the end, but I don't want to
sadness. I'm
spoil
in.
it for you. But anyway, back to the 11-year-old sleeping with mama. She also admitted that she rarely used diapers when she potty trained him. She just watched for his cues that he had to go. She called the process elimination communication. All right.
The best cue is when he began to squat.
Here's the quote. There was a period of time, her quote, when I was watching him naked and watching the cues. Rob, you're killing me that when he started to squat. The cues part for me was really fun because I thought that he was flirting with me because he would do this little smile. That's when he had to pee. All right. 2 years ago, when Bear was 9, Alicia admitted she was still taking baths with him. She also breastfed him longer than is typical. She's never had him vaccinated for anything, and she doesn't give him over-the-counter meds.
I understand her process, I guess, but is it appropriate to say when he smiles at me, he's flirting with me?
No, it's not.
No,
it's
because
weird.
it's a mom thing, right?
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
It's not weird. It's creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Well,
yeah,
it's creepy.
It's same thing.
It's
Same thing.
You got to watch for the cues, Oscar.
No.
And there was that video. There was a video. This is another one for her. Video from a decade ago where she was pre-chewing his food, then feeding him directly from her own mouth. Okay, that's just.
That was
gross.
a Saturday Night Live bit.
That's very scary.
Yeah.
That's very scary. Good luck, Bear. Brace yourself.
Good luck, Bear.
Brace yourself, America, for the Veltini. What is it, you asked? The Veltini?
What is the Veltini?
What is a Veltini?
It's a new sensation from Velveeta.
Oh, no.
That's right. It's a Velveeta martini called the Veltini.
I picked the right time to quit drinking.
It features Velveeta cheese-infused vodka. Throw up in my mouth now. And olive brine and dry vermouth. It's garnished with Velveeta stuffed olives, jumbo-sized Velveeta cheese shells, and there's a cheese drip along the brim of the glass.
Canceled!
It sounds nasty. You probably, if it sounds really nasty, you probably shouldn't see a photo of it either. I didn't see it. I didn't go look at it.
Yeah, the pasta seems like a bit much.
This drink is available at select BLT steak restaurants. Have you heard of the BLT steak chain?
I'm sure it's a great place. Yeah.
If you can't make it, Gold Belly, that's when our friend Duff is on with his fancy cakes. They have a $50 Veltini meal kit, complete with glasses and a shaker. Or if you're really ambitious, you can probably DIY it with a box of Velveeta mac and cheese. So get ready to vomit.
They say that BLT is great if it feels like you don't want to get all dressed up and go to Cracker Barrel.
Don't bring Cracker Barrel into that. They're my new fave. I like them.
They would never serve a Velveetini.
No,
I have a question.
Veltini.
Just a quick question: doesn't even sound refreshing? Like
What?
The Veltini? It just doesn't.
No, it sounds horrible.
Like
a martini should be cold. Well, everyone
if you like processed
likes
cheese and you want to get drunk, what the hell?
Pony's our martini guy. Pony.
This is disgusting. It sounds like America in a glass.
Not a bad line.
Thank you.
Not a bad line.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. According to stats from the dating app Bumble, people with 3 to 6 profile pics get 93% more matches. So it's good that you updated your profile pic, Rob. You need to get a whole series of them.
Okay.
But this is for
Then
single
I'll
people,
get some
so it
trim.
doesn't- 2 makes it seem like you're not trying, and more than 6 is overkill. So the sweet spot, 3 to 6 profile pics.
Okay.
Here are a few more quick tips to up your chances. Don't be lazy with your bio. Detailed bios get 32% more matches. Use your profile to create conversation starters. Include pics and details about yourself that might spark conversations. Like, for example, backyard, shovel in your hand, in front of a row of hedges, and you go, "These are my wonderful shrubs," or "Are they?" Question mark, question mark, question mark. And use video chats to filter potential dates. Real dates are time-consuming, exhausting if you do too many. So video chats are a good starter. There's been a big surge in them during COVID, so people are used to it by now. Yes.
Just to dovetail on your point, there's a movement. You remember the catfishing?
Yeah.
So the video can provide thorough. This is the person I'm talking to online. It's not just a picture, and it's actually the person. 2, have you heard of cap fishing?
Cap fishing, not cat fishing?
CAP fishing. Cap
I have
fishing.
not.
Women are going out of their way to find men and find out if men that just exclusively wear hats within their profile pictures, if they actually look good without that hat on. So,
like maybe they're fully, male pattern baldness.
Yeah, they're balding at 25.
Or they have a hideously misshapen skull.
They're balding at 25.
Right.
And they don't know that, and when they're out on the date, and then they end up into a long-term relationship, and then they realize they hadn't seen the guy without a hat on. It's cap fishing. They're going.
Okay. All right. And by the way, if you see a guy with a hat on, you don't want to get mixed up with a guy like that either. That's disgusting.
You don't think a hat's a good thing?
No, I said hat on. Get it?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
it's a main joke.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now a little something. That was not funny on my part. Sorry. Mike Tyson believes at times that his fate is imminent.
Oh no.
His podcast is Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson, the former heavyweight boxing champ, had therapist Sean McFarland on, who specializes in trauma and addiction. And he was on as a guest, and he told him that Mike Tyson told him he feels like he's inching closer to death. Here's the quote.
We're all going to die one day, of course. Then when I look in the mirror, I see those little spots on my face. I say, wow, that means my expiration date's coming close really soon.
The 56-year-old Tyson has become very philosophical and introspective, and before addressing his mortality, he spoke about how money does not bring you happiness and security, and that those who have never had it might think it does, but it doesn't. Here's his quote.
Money don't mean F to me. I always tell people they think money's going to make them happy. They never had money before. When you have a lot of money, you can't expect nobody to love you. How am I going to confess my love to you when you have $500 billion? This doesn't sound right.
He then drove off in his Rolls Royce smoking a joint inside his gold leaf rolling papers. That's Mike Tyson there. Thank you. I just wanted to do the impression.
He's the people's man.
He is.
Yes.
Right? The people's
and Rob,
champ.
Normally you ask me about his time in prison.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, let me.
You forgot that today. You really
well,
did.
I didn't want to get in the way. I was just curious. Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Did you spend some time in prison?
I did indeed. Have you forgotten the bit completely?
No, not at all.
I'm brain fog.
I'm getting to it.
Medical condition.
No, I'm fine. I was wondering in prison, how are your personal hygiene habits in prison?
I didn't care for it. I don't like things you see.
Like what?
I don't shower much.
Really?
I don't shower much when I'm in prison. You got to see guys' rectums.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We always manage to do that. That's.
I didn't know if you wanted to go there or not, but I was.
That's a tradition.
Ready to go.
We'll take a break and we'll come back with. I think we need to ask about the Julia boyfriend thing.
Yes.
No, before that, we're going to talk to Oscar about big-time pro soccer.
Yes.
Okay.
It's hot. We'll be right back.
Everyone's going nutsy over the latest bonus show. Here's a sample of the shenanigans that went on.
Why did the Burger King marry the Dairy Queen?
Why?
To get to the small fry.
You know where a dog puts his car?
Where?
In a barking lot. Well, we got to go down and meet the squirrel.
We're very excited to be taking Oscar to the Greek Isles.
How's things with Nutsy?
I'm going to pay for the whole night.
Don't miss out on getting that extra fifth hour of TMOS sent to your device every Friday. Get a subscription today and laugh your way through the snow bummer summer. Just click that bonus show banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Give me a paradiddle.
Paradiddle. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Cornerstone. Do you know that only a quarter of all mortgages are handled by banks? The other 75% are done through mortgage companies.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So if you or anyone you know are buying a home and looking to take out a mortgage, listen up, Buttercup. Thank you, Oscar. He did it.
He did
The mortgage lender you work with is the most important element in your home purchase. Sorry. My good friend Mark Livingstone and his team at Cornerstone First Financial are the only experts I recommend for all your mortgage needs. They offer more products and close loans faster.
Buttercup.
They do it faster than the large banks. That's the bottom line. Make Cornerstone First your go-to Lou, for your home search. Their years of experience, customer service, and low-rate guarantee mean you will be glad you did. For any purchase or refinance, call the people at Cornerstone First Financial today, one of the longest-running advertisers on our show. Call Cornerstone First Financial 202-625-1221. That's 202-625-1221 or cornerstonefirst.com. Thank you, Cornerstone First Financial. All right, so Oscar's nephew Luca is sitting in with us for 3 weeks with an internship. He's hanging out on the Mike O'Mara show. He's learning the ropes around Podville, and then Tio Oscar is he staying with you? Is he staying at your domicile?
At my mother's house, and we're staying at my mother's house as well.
Oh, okay.
So we can ferry him in and out.
Who's taking care of your home?
No one is. Please come.
The
Robin.
rats.
The rats.
Come, Robin, and ruin it.
I can see a rat with a small apron making the world's tiniest pasta dish.
No, in fairness, we stopped.
They're
by.
having Veltinis.
They'd love it.
Yeah. And Pony, if you don't mind giving the headset to Luca once we get in, because I want him to clear up a couple things. So I don't mind.
I'll get right on.
We're doing everything we can to minimize friction for Luca's internship and commuting.
What does that mean exactly? I mean, what friction could it possibly?
Friction is my 72-year-old mother driving into the city to get him here on time in the mornings, right?
You don't want that happening.
I don't want my mom to have to go through that commute every day.
I thought it was the left turn of my Oh no! Oh my God!
Adios mio.
Or the outside possible embarrassment of him, like somehow forgetting he has to come. So we were aiding within the movement of him coming to work, and I have to give him credit. He's the first up and go. He's downstairs when we come downstairs from my childhood bedroom. He is ready to go. He's excited about this industry and this business.
What time is pickup?
Pickup is 8. Well, no, in fairness,
you're there.
We're there. So
you're there. Yeah, so he's the first one to come downstairs.
Yeah. We leave the house around 7:45 a.m., etc., to get here by 9. Right.
Slaying the dragon.
So
he is so great here. Such a good kid.
That's wonderful.
He says, even when I went to high school, because remember the pandemic stole 2 years from him.
Right.
I never wanted to get up, but I love getting up when I'm here. Isn't that sweet?
That's because you're motivating him to do stuff.
He loves
doing
it.
real work, real job. That's exciting. That's great. I got up at 11 a.m. No, that's not true. I was up at 5 a.m. I already said that on the mic. Thank you.
Well, the alarm went off at 9 p.m., but you hit the snooze 72 times.
A window to your soul, you said earlier, is through golf. If your son is into golf, you'll do anything. That is the full ATM PIN number. That's everything he wants he'll ever get if that's what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Window to my soul is you show me work ethic. Mm-hmm. You show me work ethic, you get anything you want.
Because it makes you so proud,
I'm so
and
proud,
so happy, and so thrilled.
So proud.
Yes.
I this past Saturday, he's been showing me work ethic this whole time because getting good reports from Podville. That he's like he gets excited for this team. I think their name's Bayern Munich. They're a German team. They're the best team in the world.
Is it like B-A-I-E-R?
Luca, why don't you tip in here? I don't know enough about this.
B-A-Y-E-R-N.
Give him some gain, please.
Okay.
Give him some gain. Don't be scared.
No, I got him. I got him loud and clear. He said, look at that voice.
Yeah.
He said,
B-A-Y-E-R. Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
There we are.
Yeah.
Yes, sirree.
FC.
So that's the
football club.
It's not like the aspirin company.
No, it's
Has an N at the end.
It's what they call friendly. So DC United is playing one of the greatest teams in the world, if not the best team in the world right now with the fastest player.
What do you mean it's called a friendly?
Luca, give him what a friendly is.
For the German team.
Oh.
B-A-Y-E-R-I-N. What is it, Luca? Luca, what is it?
Spell it out.
It's B-A-Y-E-R-N.
B-A-Y-E-R.
N.
N.
E-R. B.
R-N.
Perfect.
So
they play in Munich.
My apology.
Fine.
Did not expect.
I'm probably going to get destroyed online because I don't know enough about this team. But it's not Barcelona. It's not,
it's Real Madrid.
Yeah, it's not them. It's
Barcelona.
Manchester United. Oh, there we are.
So,
We are going to go out onto the field and kick the ball.
So he likes the German team?
he likes winners. And
that'll make T.O. Rob proud.
Yes. and he wanted to see, this would be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see this team in real life.
Yeah.
So, the Oscar looks at the tickets, and what happens, Mike, in D.C. when you look at the tickets 3 days before you're supposed to go to the event?
What happens?
They're all sold out, and they cost triple or quadruple the amount of money.
Yes.
Where's the game?
The game is at Audi Field, right next to Nationals Park in D.C.
Audi Field?
Yeah.
What's Audi Field?
Oscar's almost been mugged there before.
Yeah, it's the.
Is that RFK?
No. Audi Field is exclusive to the DC United.
DC United?
Yeah, that's a soccer stadium.
Yeah, but
is it big?
It's big for a soccer stadium.
Didn't the offshoot the new USFL or XFL or whatever?
XFL Defenders played there as well.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Nice establishment. No big deal. Like it's
plenty of free parking.
I wanted to see it. I heard about it. You watch it on television. They have a nice. The stands, Mike, are almost vertical, so everybody can see the field. Great. Each ticket was roughly $250.
Pretty pricey for that's everything now, right?
Yeah, I mean,
everything is.
But I'm not a fan. My nephew's a fan, right? And he's happy. But you can't just take your nephew because then you got to take your niece, then you got to take your wife, and it turns into $1,000.
How many people went to the game?
$1,200 situation. It's just and boom.
So you, your wife, your niece, and your nephew?
Yes. My last
all at the game. You paid for it.
Was it sold out before you bought those 24 tickets, or was that what sold it out?
4 tickets.
Okay.
4 tickets. That's what happens. He's a hard worker. This is what he wants. You get what you want when you work hard around.
Luca, how are the seats?
They're really good. We were at half field, so it was pretty good.
Midfield.
Midfield.
50-yard line. Yeah.
We're on the third baseline.
So
we were on midfield.
Okay, Mike. I've bitten the bullet. I used all my Amex points for the last 2 years to buy them. So essentially, 2 years worth of Amex points. Here you go.
You're
done,
fine.
right?
Don't
So my
you're pooping out gold bricks.
So
you're fine. It's a drop. That's pin money to you.
So
pin money.
So I think I finally understand what it's like to be a father.
Who the hell's calling me?
A mother.
Are you sure you're not just hearing ponies laugh?
Oh, that's Michael's phone. God damn it.
Excuse me. I think, as I was saying, you should answer it.
You really
say
should.
I'm doing a show.
No, it's his friend Donnie.
Now, Donnie.
Yeah, can't come to the phone right now.
Yeah.
He didn't do well enough.
Congrats on your morning show. So
he would get his call if he had done well at the golfing competition.
Oh yeah.
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 We're stopping down the show. Michael has a call.
Yeah. Maybe more time with the athletes.
Yes,
go ahead.
We
All right,
leave.
go ahead.
My sister brings the kids to the office at 6 p.m.
Yeah, I saw them as I was leaving. It was really nice.
We leave roughly around 6:30 to get what is a 20-minute drive
from here.
So 6:50, the game starts at roughly 7:30, 7:45. 6:50, we arrive, and I can see Audi Field. But there is a quagmire of just WTF, the parking lot of parking lots. You know this
All right,
well.
we have to stop you there. We have to take a break. We will finish the story when we come back. You're an out. I didn't even know there was an Audi Field. You know, it's next to Porsche Arms or something like that, or
Nationals
whatever.
Park.
Nationals Park. All right, very good. It's all making sense right now, and Luca's hanging in there as well, aren't you, Luca?
Yes, I am.
We'll be right back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show.
I need a magician.
I was having a party for Gunner, and we had a magician. We thought he was just fine.
At one time, the only place to see a quality magic show was a Las Vegas casino. Now, with just a phone call, you can have fabulous illusions performed in your home. It's the magic duo of the century, Siegfried and Rob. From Munich, Germany, and Leesburg, Virginia, Siegfried and Rob are leaving audiences mesmerized.
Very good. Very good.
Magician.
Watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
I was just excited that they wanted me to perform.
For more TMOS magic, do all your shopping through the Mike O'Mara Shopping Center by clicking the link at MikeO'MaraShow.com and watch your items magically appear on your doorstep.
Magic.
Shut up. Shut up.
Never, ever, could never
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by
Freshly.
Summer is here, and that means we're spending more time outside and less time in the kitchen. And
Freshly.
New lineup of effortless in-season meals gives you more time to enjoy summer. Don't waste your time inside shopping and cooking. Take advantage of the... Let me turn it down a little bit there. All right, thank you. Yeah, I know.
Sounds like there's a huge man in the background.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Wait a minute. Now I'm all confused. Now the prompter's going
Don't
crazy.
waste your time.
Don't waste your time inside shopping and cooking. Take advantage of the good weather and
Freshly's
special summer sale. Now you can get $125 off across your first 5 orders with
Freshly.
You're not stuck with fast food chains or frozen dinners.
Freshly.
Provides delicious, effortless, balanced meals without having to sacrifice your summer moments. They're designed by nutritionists, prepared by chefs, then delivered right to your door. I love that they are delivered fresh, not frozen, and always delicious. The steak peppercorn is amazing. Oscar loves Freshly, too. What's your current go-to? Is it still the peppercorn?
It's Swedish meatballs. And back to the meatballs.
Swedish meatballs from
Freshly.
Right now, you can get $125 off your first 5 orders. You said that already, Rob. At freshly.com/TMOS. That's $125 off.
Freshly.com/TMOS.
Thank you. Now we're back at Audi Field.
Yes, Audi Field. Mike,
yes, go ahead.
You have been a father for how long?
27 years.
Okay. Rob, you've been a father for how long?
21 years.
I've never been a father. But I've been an uncle for 16 years.
That's a pretty good run.
And yesterday, I felt, and tell me if I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm okay to admit it. I felt for the first time what it's like to be treated like when you're a father or a mother, a dad or a mom, just trying to sacrifice everything for your family.
You're the cruise director.
Yes.
You're trying to make everybody have a top-tier experience, and you're excited about it because you feel you've gone to your wallet to make this happen, and now you're going to make everybody happy.
Yes.
And you're excited because, hey, isn't this great what I am doing? It is the badge of honor. It is the badge of honor for a giver.
Yes.
Which you like to do. You want to be the cruise director.
I let them know that we're going to go to the gift shop, and each and every one of them can get something from the team store.
Good for you.
I'm setting them up, right?
All right.
And as I'm driving, I realize, the Nats parking garage isn't open during Audi field events, which was where I thought I was going to be able to park.
Sure. You would think when they have, 2 parks adjacent to each other, they would share the parking structure.
I don't think that's really a possibility, Rob. I don't really think that they would be opening up their real estates to.
I think it would be. I think it'd be fine. It'd be.
There's a liability issue
I think there is
with
a
the idea
of
sharing parking revenues and litigations and all that.
But on the very surface of it, it seems like it would make sense.
Well, of course it does, but it's professional sports.
Right.
No. The answer is
They're
no.
2 separate business entities.
No.
There's no. And it actually, there's a big sign that says, no parking for Audi field events. That's how clear they are about it.
So go F yourself.
So I'm watching the clock after a good 40 minutes in the car as I know.
Are you driving around the neighborhood to see where you can park?
I'm just driving around, willing to pay anything, willing to do anything.
See if there's any decent, maybe you can park on the street.
Anything.
But Oscar brings up a valid point. It takes almost no time to get into the city.
We're already in the city.
So when
They're in the city.
But once you're in the city, that's when they put on the air brakes.
So
find a parking space.
Right. That's all.
That's it. Absolutely.
And I remember for the World Series, I said, I'm Ubering as close to the stadium as possible, getting out and walking.
Smart.
Same type of traffic for this soccer team and this soccer game.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, guys, I'm so sorry. We're going to have to go close. I'll get you as close to the stadium. I was able to get them right outside of Audi Field. And I looked at them. They said, is there parking here? I said, no, get out. And then.
So you let them go. You're going to go by yourself to find
don't
some
want them to
parking.
miss the game.
You gave them the
Gotcha.
princess
Get
treatment.
out.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we're sticking to the team as a family. Get out.
What time,
go
by the
in.
way, was this?
7:30. Game's about to start.
Okay, so
What
crucial.
all right. But he's on Oscar time again.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
No. I was there 30 minutes early.
30 minutes doesn't cut it for a
No.
sporting event.
1, 2, 3, 40 minutes.
Used to go
early.
to 7:30 Caps
40
games. Used to go to
40
7
minutes
o'clock
early.
Cap games. I got to the city at 4:30 in the afternoon.
You have to.
That's when I was down there.
Fair.
That's when my
Fair.
car was down there
Fair.
for a sporting event.
Fair.
4:30.
I'm learning. Thank
you.
This is my first time being a dad.
All right.
So I'm driving. I'm sitting there quietly. I roll down the windows because I like the festivities. People are going. They're happy. It's standstill traffic. I'm listening to the national anthem in my car.
You can hear it.
I can hear it. The fireworks go off, and I'm like, well.
Did they play the German national anthem?
Yes, they did. And both anthems. And
That's nice.
I sat there and I was like, God, don't be upset. This is sacrifice. This is what fathers or funkles do. This is what funkles do.
Right.
Funkles meaning fun uncles.
Yes. Don't make it about you. Don't be upset. Don't think about what you've invested.
What time did you get into the game yourself?
Mike? And you know what? Luca, why don't you tell them when you saw Tio?
What time did Tio Oscar show up?
Well, at halftime, we had to get up, and Tia Shannon said that we had to go back to the front of the stadium to pass the phone over the gate to Tio Oscar so he could get into the stadium.
You didn't have the ticket?
No.
Well, it was on
You didn't have the phone? She took your phone?
She had all the tickets on my phone because I bought them.
So she had your phone with her?
Yes.
And you had no way of getting in?
It's not even.
And no way of calling her?
It's no. I had her give me her phone because they had to get into my phone.
Mm.
I couldn't get back to. I didn't find parking until 10 minutes out of halftime, where I had to walk from what was essentially the Capitol to
Oh my God.
Audi Field.
How far was the walk, roughly?
It was
Give me the real numbers.
roughly 2 miles.
Oh my God.
Let's hear it again for the Washington D.C. infrastructure.
Wow.
And-
It's nice to know that even the less popular sports can F the consumer in this city.
This is
Shut
where,
down an entire
This
town.
is where you completely get lost. I finally see people parking like in the distance, slow crawl. Everybody looks upset, by the way, that's in their cars. They know they're missing the game. And I pull in, it says $90. They said, well, they've gone this far, fine. $90. $90.
To park on Capitol Hill?
No, to park closer to the stadium before I went to the next space.
Okay.
I have cash. Fine.
That's always a safe thing to do in that particular
Yes.
part of the city, too.
I drive up to the little door, and they're like, do you have this app? This app that's not Parking Panda. It's not anything that I've ever seen before.
Oh, no.
And I said, no. And they said, well, you need this app to pay the $90 that we don't take cash. And I said, what, Apple Pay? Like, no. This specialized app for this one lot that this one F-stick now owns. That now you have to download his app. And you know what? I don't have my wife's password to download apps.
Oh, that's right.
Because I have my wife's car.
Yeah.
You were just excited to get everybody out of the car and take care. Your uncle had a bad night, Luca.
I get there. They let me in, and they're all happy. They're sending me pictures. They're like, thank you. They saw the majority of the goals, and my nephew, because he has no filter, says, wow, you missed the best half of soccer I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, no. Really?
Yes. He said a lot of the superstars aren't playing now, but they were playing in the first half.
That's great.
And I sit
It's
there.
like seeing
The greatest half of soccer I've ever seen, Uncle Oscar.
It was like seeing the last 3/4 of a preseason game.
and then my niece and my wife, they're sitting. They're like, we're walking back as my nephew's laying down the groundwork of like what I missed and why didn't I get there earlier? Are you okay? Like what happened? But you missed such a great first half of soccer. I've never seen that in my life. Maybe you'll never see it ever again. And then my wife says, okay, you guys go ahead up and we're going to go find some Dippin Dots. And I looked at my wife.
Because nothing takes the edge off a tense first half than some Dippin' Dots for $50.
Mike, it's the ice cream.
25 for her, 25 for you.
It's the ice cream of the future.
Yes, it is.
And I said, what? She goes, we need Dippin' Dots. I said, I need a family to sit in the stands with me. know your effing audience.
Oh, so she wanted the Dippin' Dots.
She
wanted the Dippin' Dots.
I just wanted to sit for a little bit with the family.
And look at the field
with
the family.
Together, yes.
Did you get in there finally and
finally
see the second
got in
half?
and sat there. And
how was the game?
The best part of the game was the first half.
No.
So
was it Luca? Was it the best part?
No, to be fair, after he came, we were getting DC United was getting crushed 6-0.
Yes, I missed 6 goals, Mike. There's usually 1 goal in a game. I missed 6 goals.
6-0.
Yes.
This is the German team that beat them.
Yes.
Wow.
But when Oscar comes, DC United actually scored 2.
Yeah. So I saw 2 goals of the.
So you got a 4-goal deficit at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was pretty much it. Was there any scoring after that?
There's a lot of sweating. And then
it is pretty
I
hot
said,
up here.
do they serve adult beverages here? Because at this point, like, what am I going to do, you know?
They serve beer, right, at the game?
So my wife scurries down to get Dippin Dots and a beer. They come up with 3 servings of Dippin Dots. There's 4 of us.
Right.
And I said, was there like a Heineken or something I could have had? And she goes, they stopped serving it 15 minutes ago. And I said, well, could I get a Dippin Dot? And she goes, oh, I didn't think you wanted one. So I'm sitting there.
Nothing. He has nothing.
Nothing.
He has nothing.
Nothing.
You poor guy. That sucks.
So you dads and moms out there that do this on a regular basis, I don't know how you do it. God bless you.
Oh, my God. Well, hope you had a good time, Luca. Did you have fun?
And then we had to walk all the way back.
Oh, he didn't pick you up after that. Yeah.
There's I just got a taste of his gratitude right there. There you go. You have a good time. We had to walk a long way.
Fun call.
Yeah, it's a fun one. Yeah, this really sucks. We'll be right back, everybody.
Hey, brah, it's me, California Twig.
What are you doing here?
When I'm not paying $47 for a gallon of gas, I get all of my Twitch needs from the Mike O'Mara Shopping Center. Click the banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com and have your essentials delivered to the East Coast or the Best Coast or anywhere in between.
That's wonderful. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Harry's. There are certain things that I'm very particular about. Now with Carla working and with me working, we have every month we have someone come in and tidy up the house. Mm-hmm. And I went into my shower this morning, and I noticed as I reached over to the wall of my shower, where I have a little suction cup with my little hook that holds my Harry's razor, and it wasn't there.
What?
Panic ensued. I was freaked out. And then, of course, I looked to my right, and there it is on the window shelf. I have a small little shower in my baby bathroom.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm particular about it. I love Harry's. Oh, here he comes. Hi, come on in. Let me finish my Harry's thing, and then we'll talk to you. Don't miss with my morning routine. No, stay there. Stay there. Just hold on a second. Everything I like involves the amazing products from Harry's. I use it all every morning. Razor, face wash, body wash, the best shave gel I've ever put on my face. And blades that stay so sharp, so long, I swear you won't know when to change them. And how about this? First-time Harry's customers can redeem a starter set for just $3 at harrys.com/TMOS. That includes a 5-blade cartridge, a weighted handle, foaming shave gel, and a travel cover to protect your blades on the go. That is a $13 value, all for just $3. And wait till you try the newly designed handle. I can't believe they bested my original Harry's handle. It feels so good in your hand. You can't wait to shave again. I am not a monster. I just have impeccable taste, and I love Harry's. Remember, new look, same incredible offer. There's really never been a better time to give Harry's a try. Go to harrys.com/TMOS today to get your starter set for just $3. That's harrys.com/TMOS, and we appreciate them. Let's bring in my buddy here, who's had a very, very long day with drive, chip, and putt, and all that.
There he is.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, buddy.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
What?
So, it was raining over at Quail.
Yes.
And whenever it's raining, and it was also thundering and lightning, so
sure.
we had to go out, and then
Scary.
it stopped.
Yes.
So we had to go inside and sit in there for like 2 hours.
Oh no! No
Inside.
outdoor fun. Oh my God.
And and then we had to play indoor things, and all the other kids who brought their phones were playing, and then all we had to do for 2 hours was talk to each other.
Oh my God! You had to communicate with the other children. How horrible that must have been for you.
No.
You know, that's what Daddy does for a living.
Yeah.
You know, it's good practice, though.
Yeah.
It's good practice.
I know, but it was so boring.
Ah, yes, it was.
You
You're-
need
you're
to
an
hang with
outdoor
more
kid.
exciting children.
Yeah.
Yes, you
And
need to.
we
Yes.
didn't get to play any holes. We just got to practice.
Oh.
But you're still loving the game, right?
Uh-huh.
Even though you had a tough morning?
Except for my chipping.
Yeah, well, you work on your chipping,
yeah,
it'll get
you
better,
gotta
and I love
practice.
you.
Put in the
Okay?
work.
Okay.
Okay, I love you. Have a good time, okay? Donnie called you. All right. All right. All right, that's okay.
Oh,
no problem.
that's
Love
sweet.
you. There you go.
Yeah.
Any questions about him being over it?
He's
You know,
good.
that's it. You know, that's
And
it.
he apologized
That's
for
wonderful.
disrespecting your broadcast.
And he hates talking to other children.
There you go. Yes, he does.
Just like his
Oh,
papa.
yes. It's my life. Thank you.
We call this stereophonic sound.
Soundtown.
Mike,
Yeah, that
when
worked, Oscar. Thank you.
When
All right, go
food
ahead.
is fast, they call it fast food, like
Yes.
a Burger King.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like Burger King very much, but in Mississippi, here's a Burger King I would never want to go to.
Okay.
Have you ever been to Burger King and got what they call the chicken fries?
I've heard of them, but I've never had them.
I've
yeah,
had 'em.
they're like super thin nuggets, right?
Yeah, they're
Little
shaped-
tenders.
Yeah, little tenders.
All right, don't order them here.
As you see, it's from Burger King. Sorry, it's a little greasy, but you can see there were chicken fries ordered. And after eating 6, we found a cigarette butt. It is a Seneca menthol that my daughter found half smoked in her bag.
It's a Seneca menthol, Mike.
Menthol. I would look. A cigarette butt's bad enough, but a menthol.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be barfing. That
Yeah,
is so nasty.
it's a Seneca menthol.
That is.
I don't even
yeah.
know that brand. Should I?
And you can see here, and we are going to find him. We are going to find him and arrest him.
It's a
That's
little
what's going to
greasy because
happen.
it's from Burger King.
Will you
Burger
eat,
King.
Will you eat food with the hair on it? Would anybody eat? Like, or they get so?
I
Whose
went,
hair?
This is 2 marriages ago.
Okay.
My first wife and I went to Germany on her aunt's dime. The lady
Yes,
paid for our whole trip because we couldn't afford to go to Germany. And I went to
Tante something, wasn't it?
What's that?
Wasn't her name Tante?
Tante Meyer.
That's it.
And we go all over there, and
She played for Bayern Munich.
No, she
we saw
didn't.
like 900 castles in one day. If I saw another frigging castle, I was going to die. And then we're in this little park area outside of one of the castles, and I order a German potato salad. We say, hey, I've heard this is pretty good. And I pulled a hair out that was from Morticia Adams. This thing was black and long, and it just kept coming out of the potato
It was
salad.
incorporated into the salad.
It was nasty. I was reeling that in like I had a marlin on the other end. It was nastiness, and I did not finish that. And then we went to see another castle.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Of course.
Rob. I didn't
I'll eat food when I find a hair. I'm just like, whatever.
I mean,
Well, if it's a little one,
yeah.
you know, it's fine. You know,
curly.
you know,
It's not curly. No.
I'll eat it surely if it's not curly.
Isn't that on a T-shirt you have?
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of them in the attic. Go ahead.
All
Just
right.
continue.
The ESPY Awards were last night, and they're a
Yes.
yawn as a rule. 2 good jokes, though, I thought. Steph Curry was the host, and he had this in his opening monologue.
LeBron James, he hosted this award show back in 2007 after losing in the NBA Finals. So, yes, you guessed it. This feels better. This feels better.
Funny.
And I do like this.
But I reiterate,
yeah.
you know, Norm Macdonald was a better host.
Yes, of course.
I just think
Mike,
they don't.
if
they
they-
don't
if
care
they had
anymore.
Norm
Doesn't it?
Macdonald
being funny and challenging the athletes. It doesn't. That's not the deal anymore. Get another athlete to get up there and host the show.
I think even if they got Norm Macdonald for this year's, he would have been more entertaining.
He'd like that joke too.
I
That's
think
funny.
he would. The
Yeah.
world.
There
They
you go.
also brought up one of the ladies who actually inspired the all-female baseball team in a league of their own. She was presenting an award. It was pretty cool to have really a piece of history up there on stage at the ESPY.
And a piece of ass.
How has life changed since you were playing with the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League?
Oh, it's so different. Women had to fight tirelessly for equal rights. Old men ruled the country, and families had to constantly struggle just to survive.
Okay. So what exactly is different now?
It's funny.
We didn't have TikTok.
That's a well-constructed
Yes.
joke.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
That's good.
It seems like there are more and more bear stories in the news. I don't know what it is. Maybe because of the heat, they're coming down out of the
Happy
woods.
Valley had one down here.
You're kidding? How big?
Oh, a big black bear, like a massive one.
Yeah.
A super large one.
I love seeing them on video. I'm not sure I want one in my neighborhood.
Someone in Utah said a brown bear, you make yourself big and yell. A black bear, you fight.
And a grizzly, bend over and kiss your ass goodbye.
Okay, this is a bear that broke into a car, got stuck, and destroyed the inside of the car, including a lot of fecal matter everywhere. The bear was stuck in the car, couldn't get out, and obviously he panicked.
Grabbed my keys and I walked to the vehicle and I open the driver's side door and this head pops out in the back seat. It's the bear. I freaked out. I closed the door immediately and I ran into the house and I started screaming.
We do have a bear that got into a car and got some food. Has since then learned to test just about every car it seems it comes across.
It's just gross in there. It's absolutely disgusting.
So there's this bear is a habitual offender. He goes into other cars.
It is known, and I watched this on Alone, the survivalist show, that that is training a bear. If you have a bear that is rewarded by breaking into a car, well, it's going to do it all over again. That's the way they work. They're like dogs. They're trainable.
Back in the day, one of my grandfather's best friends was named Earl Donaldson, and as a joke, they put 2 wild turkeys in his Chevrolet and left them in there with the door shut as a joke, and they pooped everywhere, and he came in, and he was not the kind of guy that appreciated a joke anyway.
Right.
He had almost zero sense of humor. And he went up to my grandfather and he said, Billy, I can understand them essing everywhere, but on the ceiling?
Man, yeah, the poop factor. That's the worst
huge.
part.
All right, let's close with this. This is a couple, I think they might be German, closing a theme today. They were trying to shoot a TikTok video, and it sort of broke down because they started laughing. You hear the lady laugh, but pay attention to the man's laugh. I don't think this is put on. This is this guy laughing.
It's Dennis Reese.
So, Mike.
That's Dennis Reese, an old sales guy from WAVA. That's the way. Play it again. That's the way it used to sound.
That's either a laugh or the soundtrack to the worst porn I've ever seen.
No, it's the guy that was outside the gym watching me work out today.
That's all I got, Mike.
That's it. We got to get out of here. Don't forget, we got a great bonus show tomorrow, so stay tuned for that one. You'll never know what we're going to do. And you do Soundtown now.
Yeah, we have some bonus Soundtown in the bonus show.
And that means we can play unedited sound clips with dirty words and everything.
Yes.
We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode. And subscribe to the bonus show if you haven't, my friends. We'll be back tomorrow. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
You know what you are? A hoot. With a capital H, that's what you are.
So what do you want me to do, drop my pants or fire a rocket?
It's all a big nothing. What makes you think you're so special?
It's in the hole!